So one of the things I always think about is when you have a huge amount of Gen AI generating everything from audio, video, stories, and things like that, what exactly is the truth anymore? And how do you even, to say where's the provenance of where this was generated from? Did it come from a human mind? And it could even be a human mind that was lying, but is it the machines lying? Is it an inherent lie? Is it like really the truth? And where do you stand? Like, where do you see us going in the future with all the things that are being generated?
So I'll answer that in a couple of different ways. I think that there is a big question of how do you call it watermark or other things, Gen AI created content just in the broader ecosystem, right? How do you create that validation? Because there's so many of these tools and there are so many that are so good. And what most people are thinking about are the ones that you go to a service to go do. The ones I'm both terrified and excited about are the ones I can run on my local machine. So like on this machine, I've got a little bit of an Olama addiction. So I think I've got about 30 different models in here I can run and ask different questions from a text-based perspective. Those will always be there. I can always run those. There are no guardrails around those on what I can either ask it to do or what I can ask it or what it will generate. And I think that's one of the things, if it's in a solution that's provided as a service to somebody, there are some guardrails generally in there. There are some limits, but to your point, right? There was a case with Synthesia, which is a French avatar company that got caught. People were abusing it in Venezuela, and I'm going to forget the other country, but they were creating PR campaigns that were basically political propaganda using them. That's going to be really hard to go tell what it is, particularly if it's running on some local and there is no watermark, there is no distinguishing thing. So I think that is a very real danger. I don't have an answer on how to stop it, but what I can say is if you're building applications using it, you have to think about that. You have to think about what are the guardrails, what are appropriate responses or appropriate ways to go do it. When do you put a watermark or some way to go do it? Or like in a lot of the solutions we build around text, we're really less focused on trying to generate using the model itself when we're using tying in with someone's data. We're using a retrieval-augmented generation or something like that. And then it's very important for us to say, we found this particular piece of information in this document. This is why we believe this is a true fact. And then if you start to go generate content from it, you can say, these are the templates or the subject pieces we used. I think in the broader world, it's going to be an interesting couple of years.